Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, let me introduce myself. My name is Ella Susanti. You can call me Ella. I'm 18 years old. I was born in Lubuk Benteng 10 October 22. We are from the Faculty of French, the KVI class 1A and group 4. Today we will present an English language material attitude at the very close of time and review of verb tense. During the presentation, it is have that everyone will focus on the presentation that will deliver. When there are things that are not clear, can ask us at the end of the presentation. Okay? Before we start our presentation today, let us say Basmalah first. Okay, thanks. Now we get to the material.
Adverb clause of time and review of verb tense. Adverb clause define clause that function as adverb. This clause owns indicative when, why, where, how long, how far, how often, and for what purpose something happens. There are many different kinds of adverb clause. Some types of adverb clause include time, place, manner, distance, frequency, reason, purpose, and concession. Adverb clause building block for complex sentence. Dependent adverb clause are contained in dependent clause in complex sentence. Dependent a clause that can stand by itself. Independent wants something else. An independent clause for its meaning. And independent adverb clause trying to stand by itself would be a sentence fragment. Independent a clause that can stand by itself and still make sense. An independent clause could be its own sentence but is often part of larger structure combined with other independent clause and with dependent clause. Adverb of time. What is adverb of time? Adverb that change or quality the meaning of sentence by telling us where they have are defined as adverb of time. An adverb of time is just what you mean. Expect is to be a word that describes when, for how long, or how often a kind action happened. You will notice that many adverbs of time are the same as adverbs of frequency. There is quite a bit of overlap between these two types of adverb, so much so that instructors cause to meeting on or the author but not both get ginger logo keyboard and check your use and unique contextual grammar and spell check. Three our grammar check online. The simple rules for adverb of time will help you to use wondering why adverb of time often word best when placed at the end of sentence. For example, Robin Hood willed the sharing of nothing yesterday. I'm sick of living in chaos, so I'm going to clean my house tomorrow. You can check the position of an adverb of time to lend spaces to a certain aspect of a sentence. For example, later Robin Hood stole the king crow. The time is the most important element here. Robin Hood later stole the king crow. This is a formal way to use the adverb letter. Notice how the statement sounds like it's belonging in a Polish reward. Robin Hood stole the king claw letter. This is a natural standard way to use the adverb letter. Adverb of time describing for how long an action occurred is word based at the end of a sentence. For example, she stayed at her grandmother's house all day. My father was off with heartburn for hours. Adverb of time that express an X number of times the action has word based at the end of a sentence. For example, the newspaper artists daily they go out to dinner or family goes on an outing much with us more than one adverb of time in essence was the in the following order: 1. How long? 2. How often? 3. When? For example, she volunteered at the hospital 1 for the day, 2 every month, 3 last year. Example of adverb of time exchange contain an example of can adverb of time. The example are italics. For each identification, are you come to work tomorrow? I'd like to go to the movies later. Jim was so sick he spent 4 weeks in the hospital. Adverb of time exercise. The following exercise will help you to gain better understanding about how adverb of time work. Cause the best answer to complete each sentence. We go out for Japanese food. Willing, normally, weekly, perfect answer. We go out for Japanese food week. This sentence tell about often we go out for Japanese food. How you done your homework? No, that yes, still answer. Have you done your homework yet? This question inquires whether homework has been done at the appointed time. Do you work at the bank? Still never granted. Have answered. Do you still work at the bank? This question asks whether the subject is employed at the bank as they were in the past. The fatigue is waiting to see the doctor. Still never ever day since. The fatigue is waiting to see the doctor. This sentence express continue. The fatigue was waiting to see the doctor before and it's still waiting. Adverb of time list. After reading this list of adverb of time, you might be able to come up with several more on your own. Remember that adverb of time always tell us when, how long, and how often something happened. When, yesterday, today, tomorrow, later, last year, now, how long, all morning, for how, since last week, how often, frequent, never, something, often, annually. See more adverb. Since and I have seen him since he left this morning. Oh, I think no, however, since I was a child. Since from that time to the friend in ever at emphasis not the present perfect is us the main clause. As soon as on as soon as it stops raining, we will leave. As on it stops raining, we will leave. As on when one event has another event has soon afterward. The first time, the last time, the next time, the first time that I want to meet York, I went to an opera. I see to flash the last time that I went to New York. The next time that I go to New York, I'm going to see where adverb clause can be introduced by the following first, second, this, at, like, next, as, time, that, after, and before are commonly used in the following expression: short after, a short time after, a light weight after, not long after, soon after, short before, a short time before, a light weight before, not long before.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo guys, my name is Firdaus. Baiklah, saya akan menambahkan contoh dari saudari Ella tentang adverb clause of time from. When the phone rang, the baby woke up. In where the phone rang is an adverb clause of time. An adverb clause is one kind of dependent clause. A dependent clause must be attached to an independent or main clause. B. Incorrect. When the phone rang, the baby woke up. Example is incorrect because the adverb clause not connected to the main clause. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Before we end this presentation, we will open a question session first. If you have anything to ask, please raise your hand, send your name and origin through our discussion forum. So much for our presentation. Thank you for your time in following this presentation. Hopefully, this presentation can add to our ins. Before we close, let us say, Alhamdulillah. Together, let's see if there are any of our words that are not friendly to your heart. Please be forgive. Good afternoon and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.